Konnichiwa. Can you say konnichiwa? That's how you say hello in Japan. Welcome to Patrika's Little Star Cafe. Facts that are fast, fun, and keep you happy. Today is Friday, February 7th, 2020, and here are today's matters for chatter. Number 1. Astronaut Christina Koch just broke the record. The NASA scientist made the longest space flight by a woman, totaling 328 days. She also already became part of the first all-women spacewalk, though she made 6 spacewalks total on this trip and spent over 42 hours outside the International Space Station. While astronauts conduct science experiments up in space, in this case, she was the experiment. A study will be done on how so many days up in space have affected her body. Number 2. Scientists are now looking for the name of coronavirus. Coronavirus is actually just the name of the group of viruses the strain belongs to. All coronaviruses have a crown-like spike. When you see it through a microscope, that's why it's called corona. Obviously, the focus is more importantly on the containment of the virus, so naming it wasn't as important that time. But now naming it is up to a body called the International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses. Doesn't look like they'll come up with anything too simple other than 2019 NCOV. But certain rules have to be followed. The name cannot include a geographical location or a person's name, a culture, an animal, or even a food item, as it will be associated with that group then. Number 3. Now, for all Harry Potter fans, if you're interested in alchemy, this one is for you. Scientists are looking for the new 119th element. There are 118 elements right now, but scientists have made new metals by smashing 2 atoms in the past, like Kosuke Morita, who made the 113th element. After 92 protons, there can no longer be more natural substances, so scientists keep experimenting, like using the Philosopher's Stone, for example, to change the character of the existing ones. Temporarily, number 119 is called ununenium. How cool! And now for today's mega matter. The world's biggest iceberg is all set to foray into the ocean for the first time. Although iceberg A68 broke off over 2 years ago from the Antarctic ice shelf, it was busy pushing away from the continent all this while and will now move into the Southern Ocean. Over this time, it didn't lose much of its mass, but it may lose much more now as it enters rough waters. It is predicted that it will slowly drift northward into the Atlantic into an area known as Iceberg Alley. 2 more icebergs are predicted to break from the western and eastern parts of Antarctica, from the Pine Island Glacier, and from the Blunt Ice Shelf. But some more have even made it as far north as the British Overseas Territory of South Georgia. But the largest known recorded iceberg was B15, which broke off in 2000. Who knows, maybe a sip of the water we just drank came from a certain broken off iceberg. Today's word of the day is taxonomy, which is the study of naming things. And finally, for today's quote of the day, happiness can be found in the darkest of times. That's a quote by Albus Dumbledore. Thank you for listening, and do send us your questions and comments via WhatsApp, or you can email us at diptyanti@gmail.com. Take care. Lots of love, Diptyanti. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Do you know how loved you are?